Hey guys, hope you're happy, healthy, and staying well. I'm not going to tell you about what we're doing in the clinic today, but rather about something that I've found that has been pretty helpful during these trying times. If you're anything like me, stress and anxiety is at an all-time high, and the thing that I found that really helps with that is incorporating some yoga into my workouts. So I've put together just a handful of yoga poses that help me and that I think could help you. So when you watch the video, you'll notice that you don't need much other than a little bit of space and a towel or a blanket or something like that if you're using a harder surface. There's also a block in the video. If you have something that could serve as that block, go ahead and grab that too. It makes some of the positions a little easier to hold for longer durations. You'll notice that each position has a number of breaths associated with it. That's how we track our progress in yoga. We don't use sets and reps like we do in traditional exercise, but rather breaths. So if those numbers look high to you, modify them. Do 1 or 2 breaths and build up to 5 breaths, build up to 10 to 15 breaths. I hope you like the poses. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. I'll try my best to get back to everybody. Again, we miss you. We can't wait to see you in the clinic. We hope you're up and moving. To perform child's pose, start on all fours with your knees and feet comfortably apart. Sit back on your heels and fold forward, allowing your belly to rest on your thighs completely. You can stretch your arms out in front like I did in the video or leave them down to your sides, whatever's more comfortable. To bias the stretch towards one side or the other, walk your hands opposite to the side that you're trying to stretch. Rest in each position for a couple breaths before moving on to the next one. If it feels uncomfortable to try and get your forehead all the way down to the mat, you can use the block and rest your forehead there while your arms come either up in front or down to the side like shown. To perform downward dog, start with your knees bent or in a kneeling position. Grab your block and move it to the middle of your mat. Walk your hands out in front of you and push your hips up towards the ceiling as if you're making your body into a triangle or trying to mimic what your dog looks like when they stretch their feet out in front of them when they first wake up in the morning. Rest your forehead on the block. You can choose between the highest height that I used, or you can turn the block on its side for a little better stretch. Hold this position for 10 to 15 breaths as you try and drive your heels towards the floor and your tailbone towards the ceiling. To perform the wide leg fold, walk your feet out wider than your hips on your mat. Bring your block so that it rests comfortably under your forehead when you fold forward. Release your body down into a fold and hold that position for 10 to 15 breaths. To perform the forward fold, walk your feet back underneath your body so they're about hip width apart. Allow your body to fold forward from your waist or your hips and your arms and head to hang down towards your toes. To perform pigeon pose, bring one leg in front of your body with the other one outstretched behind you. If this feels like a pretty good stretch, bring your block onto the mat so that you can use it to support your upper body while you rest in this position and breathe. To intensify this stretch, come down onto your elbows and let your forehead rest on the block while you rest and breathe. If you want even more of a stretch, get rid of the block altogether and reach your arms out in front of you while you rest and breathe. To perform the bridge, start on your back with your feet about hip width apart. Push your hips up towards the ceiling, making sure to engage your glutes to ensure you get all the way to the top as you try to create a straight line between your knees, your hips, and your shoulders.